Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. It is January the 30th, 2022, about 20 till 3 p.m. here in Southern California. I'm going to go on for about an hour or so tonight. I do have some hamburgers to cook here in about an hour and a half maybe. Looking forward to it. Spend some time with the family downstairs. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. Here in the second to last day in January, I might as well take care of some outdoor duties and have some outdoor cooked food. Couldn't waste a day, beautiful day like that. So currently, I'm monitoring America Link. So I am going to go there right now, and I am not 100% with it right now. Sorry, it was a very early morning. I was up at 3:15 this morning. So bear with me. I'm probably going to look like hell by about 9 p.m. So I got to flip back tonight. But Andy, nice to see you in there first. Really appreciate it. And I got the wrong key up here. Let's see if we can make some contacts. There's some your fellow UK friends on there. By the way, I haven't seen Andy. I haven't seen Alex W7HU on for a couple days. I did hear. Was it Doug yesterday morning? What's up, KD9KUP? How are you doing today? What's up, Peter? On early today? I definitely am going to be on tonight. Always looking forward to the nighttime live stream. I got more bad emails today. I probably got 3. But I'm just going to... I sent back replies, have not heard back. So looks like we got the P call would be Switzerland or what's the other one? Netherlands, the Netherlands. What's up, Phil? Nice to see you in there. All right, I'm gonna be on America Link right now. Let's see if we can make some contacts here in the Greg K6EGG live stream. This is Greg K6EGG monitoring America Link and also live streaming right this very second. If you type my call letters into the YouTube search engine, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, K6EGG here from Southern California, 40 miles east of Los Angeles. See if we get any bites here on America Link, although One Charlie might be going pretty good right now. It's still, I wouldn't say a decent hour for the UK, but it's not extremely late. This is probably the earliest I've been on in a few weeks. Happy Monday to you, by the way, Phil. All right, this is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring America Link and also live streaming right now on YouTube. If you type my callers into the YouTube search engine, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. I can't believe it's that quiet out there. Not even one person coming back. Wow. If I get up early tomorrow morning, I'm going to try to do a live stream because my body's been getting up at before 4 a.m. the last couple days. So we'll see. See how it goes. All right. So this will move over to my hotspot here. Let's see if we can pick up anything on there. That's really strange of being quiet on there. Oh, I bet it was cold out there, man. All right, Eric, I'll go right back here. Give me just a moment. Why am I not hearing that? Bummer. Sorry, man. There we go.
K6EGG KF0HMX.
And Eric, you got rid of the taco. Hey, Eric, how you doing, man? KF0HMX. This is Greg, K6EGG for, I would say for me, it's a special afternoon live stream here. How are you doing? I'm hoping you're staying warm once again.
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. Was out for a couple-mile hike earlier today. It was pretty nice today, up in the lower 20s. So, at first time I tried to call out to you, I was on a repeater that didn't have analog cables hooked up to the node, so I had to switch to a different repeater real quick.
Copy that. You're sounding good in here. And you took off the taco in your name. I hope we didn't make you feel uncomfortable with that. It was just all in good fun. You didn't make it through that time if you said anything. Someone keyed up at the same time. KF0HMX, you still out there? This is Greg, K6EGG. I bet you a lot of people are watching football today. American football.
K6EGG, this is KF0HMX.
Yeah, I have you in there now. I think someone keyed with you there for a second. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. In the 20-degree range is nice weather. I guess for Minnesota. Man, that's cold.
Oh, yeah, everybody gets outside and starts snowshoeing and walking and running and all kinds of stuff when it's 20 degrees in Minnesota.
I gotta ask you. I'm not a big fishing guy. I can't eat fish. I'm allergic to it. But something has always intrigued me about ice fishing on a lake. Have you ever done that? And do you like it? Hopefully that's not a weird question.
Oh, yes. I've done it many, many times. It turns into more of a ice drinking. You basically have, lines in the water with automatic, what they call tip hooks, which, the rod tips up when a fish is on the line. But you basically sit there and play cards and drink beer and eat bad food.
That sounds like fun. I mean, in a serious sense, that would be cool. I don't know why that intrigues me, but I remember watching something when I was on National Geographic back in the day. Them making a little hut and a couple guys sitting in it. Of course, they didn't have the cards and stuff, but I'm sure they did off camera. But they're all sitting in there, just kind of hanging out and trying to wait for a fish to snag the line. So I don't know. It kind of intrigues me a little bit, but I'm glad you enjoy it. It would sound fun and some good winter fun out there. Andy, how many guys do you think live stream digital modes? I know a bunch of guys that do the HF stuff.
Yeah, that's the secret to living in Minnesota is finding things that you enjoy in the winter, whether it's skiing or skating or ice fishing. You got to find something to do in the winter, otherwise you'll go crazy. It is a lot of fun. Guys spend big money on their ice houses. They
What's
have,
up, William?
Heat in them and satellite TV and all kinds of stuff. And even some bars will set up bar ice houses out on the big lakes for folks to go and
Great
Get
to
some
see you in there,
cocktails while
William.
we're out there.
And good afternoon from my side, by the way.
Wow, that almost, I don't know. That sounds like really like a lot of fun. It would be like having air conditioning at the beach, kind of.
I would love to see somebody else doing some live streaming on digital like I'm doing. I've not been able to find it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's fun. For me, it's fun a couple times a year to go with some either my brother-in-law or some buddies. But I don't invest a ton of money into it by any means. It's more of just a weekend way.
By the way, Andy, I talked to Josh NAZ the other day, and he was actually on the stream, kind of hooked up together here on it was Reflector 12 Alpha, I think.
That's excellent. I would love to someday participate in that. And I'm, like I said, I'm not a fisherman, but it just seems like a good time. And I don't know why, but I snowmobiled once and I didn't really like it because I got super cold. With the wind kind of sneaking through different parts of my body, every little crevice that had a little air pocket in it. But it really intrigued me. So cool. Thank you for letting me know about that. I'm going to have to try to hit my buddy Chris Tweeter up next time I'm in Minnesota for that.
Oh yeah, I know Chris. Yeah, actually, I've talked. We've done dueling streams. He doesn't primarily do digital modes for like live streaming. He puts a lot of good videos out on 52.
I'll let you go. I'll drop you a link of a video you can watch. A buddy of mine's a real big ice fisherman. So I think he just caught a pretty large sturgeon, which is a very large river fish ice fishing here this past weekend. So I'll find a link to the video and send it to you.
We'll get you in there, William.
Copy that. Please do. Much will be appreciated. I'd love to check it out. Are you catch and release, or do you take them home for dinner?
Oh, it's mostly catch and release, unless it's a certain species of fish like walleye or something. And then there's regulations around the size that you can keep. So, but most of the time it's just for fun, so we catch and release. Anyway, I'll see William's looking to get in on Wires X, so I'll go clear after this. This is K6EGG.
Copy that. This is Greg, K6EGG in city of Chino, California. Also live streaming on YouTube right now. If anybody wants to type my callers into the YouTube search engine. You take care, Eric, Mr. Taco.
He probably doesn't like that, so I'm probably not going to do that anymore. But it was funny that day. I should have saved that video somewhere, or at least tagged it. I see somebody in the dashboard from Montclair, which is just north of me, probably about a mile away.
Hey, William, I got you in there, KC3RPU. This is Greg, K6EGG. And by the way, you're just a tad bit low. I don't know if you know that or not.
I don't want to be one of those guys like, your audio sounds like garbage. But it was just kind of hard to hear him. I'm up all the way in my my slider here. I don't know if he heard me or not.
KC3 Romeo Papa uniform. How's that?
There we go.
Anyway, yeah, just stopping in to say hi to you in chat. Anyway, yeah, we're still digging out over here in Delaware. We had about 12 inches of snow where I'm at, and so I'm just enjoying the afternoon, sitting back in the office, watching football and playing on the radio.
Copy that.
Gotta love Sundays. I had to be at work super early, but I got off at 12:45, so I got the rest of the day to myself. And I don't know if we'll be watching any football, but I'm going to grill up some burgers here because it's a pretty nice afternoon here in Southern California. I was actually working right by where the Rams were going to be playing here in about 45 minutes. And it was kind of good to get out of that traffic area because it looked like a mess. But good for you, man. Try to stay warm and don't hurt yourself digging that snow out. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Hey, I'll take some pictures.
K6EGG, 63 RVU.
Poor guy's dropping out there a little bit.
Copy that, man. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi. Nice to hear you. This is Greg, K6EGG.
I got what you meant, man. It's all good. I type like hell and I talk like even worse, so it's all good. I understand what you meant. I know some people are like, when I text them, they want like proper super English. I mean, if you got a couple spelling errors, who cares? It's all good, bro. I see what you mean. By the way, this help me get to 800 tonight. Let's see if we can make it to that's why I'm saying we, because all you guys are a part of this. Let's see if we can get to 800 subscribers. I think that would be pretty fun. I see Chris on 30 Charlie. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of glad I don't live on the East Coast. I had a couple of opportunities to move back there, and no offense, but I can't handle that cold weather. My body just does not like cold weather. I mean, it was only in the 40s this morning, and I thought my body was going to fall apart. And I know that sounds bad, but I mean, my body is not built for that. And I know you get used to it, but no, I'm not into snow skiing or anything like that. But I do want to try ice fishing, and I don't know exactly why. T-Ray, what's going on, dude? I'm on early tonight. I'm on America Link right now. America Link is linked. I think a lot of guys are out there watching football, a couple big games. NFL, that's right. Got stuck on, I was working NHL, this afternoon or this morning. We started going on the air at 7:45 this morning, so that tells you how early I had to be at work. And I'm not complaining at all. Oh, it looks like Cincinnati might pick up the win, although it's still a lot of time left here in the fourth. I don't know. And I'm a California boy. By the way, whoever just subscribed, I really appreciate it. People, I can't talk. I know Dana and 7 UFT has been kind of helping me on the side. He told me I was going to hit 500 subscribers before the middle of December, and I definitely hit that. And I didn't think I was going to make 800 before the end of this month. So, and we still got another day. Let's see if we can do it tonight. Screw it. I'll show them. And I'm going to do a special broadcast this weekend or this week during the day, probably Tuesday, depending on my schedule. I'm going to try to go back on I am going to go back on the win system, hopefully this week. And I don't want to argue, but I'm going to definitely state my piece, especially after that dude from Florida. I don't know if you guys were listening last night. I talked to a lawyer about what I'm doing. There's some interesting wording that they use. First off, if I'm not trying to make money off it, which I'm no way in any shape or form trying to do, I've had people email me saying, what's your PayPal? I'll send you whatever. No, I don't want any of that. Please. Seriously, this is fun. I have a job. I don't want to take anybody's money by any means. But if you're going to give me money, buy yourself another radio or something, or something to do with ham radio. But don't give me any money. And I don't want to get monetized because I don't want to ruin this thing. This has been a lot of fun. But as long as I'm not making any money off it, I'm definitely in the clear. So I don't want to ruin what I have going on here. And it's not really worth it, to be honest with you. So I think that's kind of, I'm not to anybody that, gets money from, making money off ham radio, but I'm doing something different. Those people produce videos. Yes, you can, Jeremy. Yeah. In fact, I'm trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to redo my graphics so I have borders and stuff and backgrounds, and I want to have people on and stuff, showing me how to do stuff in real time, to make, I'm taking baby steps to this. Adding the graphics in, I know a couple guys like Seth. Well, I can't. I definitely can do that, but I don't want to shove it down their face. I'd rather just say it. Yeah, Streamlabs is a different beast. It's made by the same company. Wow, what was that? Interesting.
I guess they're going into overtime. That is all.
Oh, they're sounds like they're tied, huh? I didn't know that. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? We may try messing with that thing maybe tonight. If I have my brain. I barely had my brain this morning. I almost forgot to turn on the wireless mics today that I put on my talent. Streamlabs and OBS are basically the same things, as far as I know. I have played with Streamlab a little bit. I want to get myself a little more familiar with it before I go live with it. Before I started adding these graphics in and stuff, I did practice. Because you can hit some buttons and screw some stuff up right away and make stuff go away and audio go away. And I don't want to get, make it too messy for you guys. I try to keep it professional. I got a 4K camera now. I used to have a little junky camera. I want to go live 4K eventually. It will make the graphics cleaner, especially if you guys have the newer computers and newer phones. I can make the screen a little bit smaller. So I'm on America Link. Should I go over to 30 Charlie? Let's go over to 30 Charlie. They are better, but there's a little bit of a learning curve with it.
It's a different mindset here in the South than it is up in the North. I lived in Jersey for several months, many years ago when I was in the military, and it's just a different attitude for bad weather and snow and ice and what have you.
I agree with you 100%, Jeremy, on that.
People in the South kind of panic at the word snow. So,
yeah, when Atlanta gets snow at the airport there, I'm a Delta guy. You're not going anywhere for a couple days.
70s, but I've only been dealing with DStar for a few years now. And
1 second here, I gotta take this phone.
I've enjoyed it, but my experience has been limited in terms of consistency. I guess you can see if you get the info there. I'm on 7100 here mobile, and I've also got an ID52. I just got it from one of the retailers that was selling them for less than everybody else. Couldn't believe I stumbled across it, and I've been playing with it with a hotspot. So I'll turn it back to you guys and let y'all at QSO get ready to get going here. But thanks for letting me hop in, and we'll let y'all take it and pass it around. Alpha Delta 4, Lima, November.
Okay, Stuart, this is Chris in New York, Kilo 2, Charlie Victor Delta. Thank you for the nice QSO. I hope to catch you further on down the log, and check out my QRZ page if you'd like to join in on the net. And so, Arnie, I'm going to see if I can answer your question. The number that I heard, the number of plows, if anything connected to a shovel is a plow, like a sanitation truck, etc., then the number that I heard was 2,000. Now, I don't know if that's exactly right, and that's spread out around the city. Manhattan always gets good coverage, but I think they made an extra effort to cover what my wife lovingly calls the outer boroughs. As a kid from Queens, I don't think there is an outer borough, but they tried to make a better effort than they did when De Blasio started, and he had that terrible snowstorm, and all the side streets were still clogged for days. So Adams was out and about, I think, trying to make sure everything was being plowed. Manhattan looks pretty good, and I guess the other railroads are doing as well as well, I suppose. So W2, HLI, K2CVD, or HDI, excuse me, W2 HDI, K2CVD. Back to you, Arnie.
Okay, Chris and Stuart, if you're still listening, nice to hear you on. Good luck with the 52. Have fun with that. As I said, I have two 7100s, and I operate my HF station remotely with the 7100 and have a ball with it. I have remote rig plus remote TX, and if you have the 7100 in your house as well, the remote TX is a fantastic way to operate remote. But I have remote rig with the black box in the car connected to Verizon, and I have the head of the 7100, so I operate mobile remotely. And our trip south will have full HF capability, operating a kilowatt from here in Stowe, Vermont. But just a very, very nice rig. I'm looking at the 705, but I'm thinking, wow, the 7100 does everything plus 100 watts for a lot less money than the 705, and can't really justify the 705. And yes, 2,000 is the number I heard on the news. 2,000 snow plows. And here in Vermont, of course, snow is not an issue for two reasons. One, if we get snow, the plows are out, and if we have to go get up in the morning by 7:30 in the morning, our driveway is plowed, our roads are plowed, and we have a heated garage, and each of our cars have heated seats and heated steering wheels. So, yeah, easy to adapt in the snow. It's a fun way to live. So, Chris, I was wondering, what are you going to do with the ID51 Plus? Because that's a radio I'm looking for. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, Arnie. Well, I have two possibilities for that radio. One is, I don't know if you heard me talking to this other station from Michigan, to set it up through something like Doozy and use it as an access point for the radio that I have, and see how that works. And so that's the kind of practical use for it. I still use it once in a while. I like that radio. But the hopeful use for it is I'm going to try to subtly talk my son into getting his own license. He lives in Southern California. It would be great if he had a license. And then I'm going to send him the ID51, and then I also got an FD5D Yaesu this year, or last year now, for Christmas. So then I would send him the FD3D. So I would use those radios to get him started, if that was possible. The FD3D I could also use actually as an access point for Wires X. So they would be multiple use radios. Now, if you want to buy one, I saw a couple of them on the swap meet on the QRZ page. I just kind of monitor that to see how things are going. So I don't know how comfortable you are buying off the swap meet, but once in a while the ID51 Plus or Plus 2 comes available on the swap meet. W2 HDI K2CVD, back to you.
Ellen?
Yeah, Stuart, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to look me up on QRZ, I've got a 51 Plus that I would consider parting with if you're interested in one that's in really good condition.
Well, let's talk about it. Yes, I am, because I have every Chinese radio. Spent $40 each on Baofeng and a Wuzhong and a Radioddity. My old, and of course I still have my old Icom IC-9700, but when we're out and about, my high-powered hotspot is on 2 meters, and the only HT I have is 440. So I would like to have a dual-band DStar HT. So it is of interest to me, Stuart. I will look you up on QRZ.com, and I will send you an email. At the same time, if you want to send me an email, it's w2hdi@arrl.net. Excuse me.
Sorry about that. I had to take a work phone call. This is my Friday, by the way. I have Monday and Tuesday off.
Thanks, Stuart. Back to you.
Okay,
A little bit longer than I thought.
I don't really have a good way to jot down the call sign right now, but yeah, I'm good in QRZ, and you can email me with a phone number or something, and we can chat.
I know I can stream both on
we can discuss that
Twitch,
off the air.
Twitch and everything.
Anyway, good to talk to you guys. I'm getting close to the QTH here, so I'll let you guys take it, and have a good evening, and I'll look
see Ivan in there.
hearing from you. 73s all the way around.
Ivan from
84
South
Atlanta.
Korea. Always good to talk to him. He used to work by my home QTH here in the city of Chino back in the late 80s.
DStar very, very nicely.
His call letters are
Welcome to the crowd
HL5
here, and
Baker David.
I look forward to working you again. Maybe working you
Or
on
Bravo
HF.
Delta.
I just passed my 1000 DXCC on HF, and it's a sign of aging because.
Andy, can you think of anybody else that live streams regularly DStar?
It's kind of funny.
By chance?
That's a Chris, great idea.
Me and Chris are going to try to get together at
obviously
some point. I want to try to do a Zoom with him. We
and
just our
have had
timing with the
chances to try to persuade your son to
8-hour
get a
time
license,
difference is
but
really
you sound
difficult.
Maybe you're a little bit more optimistic that maybe this time you have an opportunity to.
I might get up at like,
persuade him
but
to
I'll
do
lose
so.
my viewers if
Back
I
to you,
get up
Chris.
early. And he's gonna. I don't want him to stay up too late because obviously
Well,
I'm
Arnold,
late.
to tell you the truth, the
It's
idea
Chris
just
over in New
occurred
York.
to me this year when I got these new radios.
Andy would
He
know.
moved to California.
I see Andy in Josh's Josh
2008.
NAZ's
He loves
ham
Southern
radio
California.
course, ham radio crash
And,
course chat all the
For
time.
the last few years, he's been, just
He's a
wonderful,
connoisseur
and,
of ham
he
radio
has this
on
routine. He
YouTube.
calls me every Wednesday morning when he drives to work. So he calls me on Wednesday morning. He calls his grandmother, who's in her 90s, a lovely woman, his mother's mother on Thursday, and then he calls his mother on Friday. And so he's always in contact. And
He was the
likes
first
to
today,
go
by
to
the way,
computers.
T-Ray.
He likes to learn about
Absolutely.
electronics. He's
So
in
thank you all for
chemistry
watching.
himself
By the way, anybody new to the
at a
channel, don't
refinery
forget
in
to hit that
Southern
subscribe
California.
button.
But when I got these new radios, I just thought,
Yeah,
what am I going to do with the old radios?
Restream
I don't
is
like to sell
money.
radios, and the reason
They could charge you
is,
money, I think.
I don't want
They're good,
somebody
though.
to be disappointed, and if I sell it
There's
to
also a
friend
bigger
and
delay.
It doesn't work, then there's all kinds of other complications. So if I can
Oh, yeah,
give it
Jeremy was
to
first the other
somebody,
day
I
here.
donated some older
I'll
radios
come in
to
at
the
like
school here when I first moved here.
11
from
p.m., and I don't
Wisconsin.
think Andy will be awake.
And then I'll give him my radios, or at least.
I wonder
make
if
the
Martin will
excuse
pop in
that,
here today. I
I'll
actually talked to
store
Martin
them
for the
with
first
him,
time a
so
couple
if I go
weeks
to
ago on
California, I
DMR.
can visit him and use the
He had me
radios.
go
I'll do
over
something
to
like
a
that.
Netherlands
But I would
net
like him to
or
have it if I don't use
reflector
it.
or
So
whatever
that's kind of the story
node.
about that. W2HDI, K2CVD, back to you.
Sounds like they might be having a little net going on here.
All right, I left a pause in case anybody on the reflector wants
Did
to
she
come in.
give me my channel back?
Or say hello. I'm not going to stick around.
Matt Huff.
What a nice idea.
I was going to ask you. So, your cat, I took a picture of that cat
Obviously,
today.
as a
Actually, I found it off the
it would
internet.
be very difficult for him to get
Those cats, do you have to like put a, and I'll show you a picture of it real quick.
People still have
It's
their
one of those
pets.
hairless
I don't quite
cats.
understand because I
And
assume
my buddy Matt here, he's in the chat. I actually work with him. I worked with him today at whatever,
theory
although
part
you
of the
weren't there on
technology
time
is the
today,
same as the
which is
general.
all good, by the
And
way.
it's so much
And I
fun
wasn't
operating
either.
It's great to work through the reflectors. And
He has
talk
one
to
of those
people
hairless
all
cats. I
over the
forget what they're
world.
called, the Sphinx or
But,
something like that.
You know,
Oh, there it
yeah,
is.
just
I
get
have it
on the
right in
radio
front of
and
me.
Talk to people all over the world and still.
So do you have
excites
to
me after
put
this
like,
is
if you're
my
inside a
53rd
house, do you have to put
year
a
of working with Tam. And
oh, I didn't put it on the line yet.
having a big
Like a robe
I
or
never
like
talk to
a
anybody who wants
like a
to-
sweater around that
not
little
quite
fella
anywhere in
there?
the world, north North Central Asia.
Pretty interesting looking cat.
I need, I think, 2 more zones to have worked all zones.
What's up, Jeff?
Working
nice to see you in there.
It's a real challenge for me, probably because I have a mountain between me and the north direction. Well, that makes a tremendous amount of sense. But you mentioned something, Chris, that in our chats you've not mentioned before, and that's moving to New York from Wisconsin.
New York
Tell
to
me
Wisconsin.
A little bit about that and how you ended up in Midtown Manhattan. And I wonder where your son was raised. Back to you.
And
Okay,
Matt, don't forget to hit that,
well,
smash that that subscribe button. We're just joking around.
I grew up in Queens, Jamaica, Queens. My parents.
My wife
were
is freaked out by him because I said I wanted to get
They
one.
came
She's like,
between the
no.
wars, and I went to college at Queens College.
I remember coming over and petting your cats. They're really nice, really friendly.
Minister, so
I forgot they were bald after like 5 minutes.
And then for 4 years, I lived in Wilmington, Delaware. And
She's being
I was
racist
married,
against cats,
and
I think.
My son was born in Wilmington. I actually met Joe Biden, who was my senator, when I was in Wilmington. So I can finally say I met a president. And then I came back to New York for graduate school for a doctorate in theology. And then I moved to Kenosha, Wisconsin, of all places, to teach at a small college there called Carthage College.
Oh, you are too?
My first marriage didn't work out, but I met a wonderful
The only time I've been in Delaware is a train stop going from Philly to New York.
And she's from
and it stopped. We had to stop for like a half hour, so I got out and walked around. That was the only time I went to Delaware. Or no, I'm sorry, not Philly. It was Washington D.C. on the Acela, whatever they call it.
Found us a place near
I miss going to New York City. It's been a couple years.
And that's how we got to the Upper West Side. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. W2HDI, K2CVD, back to you.
It's like going, oh, man.
Well, maybe it's a function of...
You should hear about my...
reflectors where you're anxious to get off...
You should hear about my trip into L.A. yesterday.
But that's information I was not aware of. Chris.
Oh, VK4. Oh, okay. I'll check him out. I drove from Santa Monica to downtown LA on side streets, and I literally thought I was going to die. I was on the phone with Matt that you saw in the chat there. Some girl was preaching in a dirty robe, all cracked out, crack pipes all around, everywhere. It was just sad. I mean, seriously sad.
Where you received your PhD, but what a fascinating background. And, we have a Wisconsin connection in the sense that our younger daughter rather, went to the University of Wisconsin.
I'm going to subscribe to him, Andy. Thank you very much. Oh, you know what? I've seen his videos.
They've now been married 25 years, and they live here in Vermont. And
all right, take care, Maddie.
Our 2 granddaughters.
I'll take care of your boy for you.
25 miles and just saw our daughter.
That was my buddy Matt I work with. I trained him. Funny thing is I trained him. Now he's my boss. I guess it's a close, or at least my supervisor. Go figure.
Went to Ohio State where I met my wife, and she came to Ohio State as a baby.
You know what? I'm going to go over to one Charlie. I don't want to ruin these guys' QSO. I don't want to jump in there.
Queens. She went to Bayside High School. So
these guys sound like they're having a full QSO here.
I went to graduate school at Columbia. When I was at Columbia, we lived.
So I'm going to move over to one Charlie.
So this is all familiar to
Hey, Arnold, looks like you
I hear Ivan in there.
Maybe I can hear some noise, but I'm not sure. Can you hear me? Or this is HR5 BVD.
I can't get my... There you go.
Oh, nothing heard. Okay, is there any other station? This is HR5 Bravo Delta.
Ivan, my friend, HL5 Bravo Delta. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf from Southern California, also live streaming on YouTube right now. Good morning to you.
Or afternoon, possibly. That's probably morning.
Hi, Greg. K6EGG. This is HR5BBD. Looks like you are on YouTube. Okay, let me check. Good to hear you again. Your signal is coming very nicely here. It's a Monday morning. Actually, we are in the long holiday now. Until Wednesday, we have a 3-day long holiday from today.
3-day
until
holiday.
Wednesday. It's Lunar New Year Day. We Koreans celebrate New Year by lunar calendar, like Chinese. It's our tradition, you know. So my son and the daughter-in-law visited here. Yesterday, I picked them up at the airport. Now I have to go to the airport to pick up my daughter. Is coming from Seoul. I'm really excited to have a family gathering. It's been a long time. It's the biggest holiday in Korea. It's 8:21 Monday morning. Back to you, Greg. K6EGG. This is HR5BBD.
Copy that. Wow, a 3-day holiday. I like that. I wish we get these here in the United States, and I'm glad you're going to be able to see your family there. That's pretty cool stuff. And it's been a little while since I talked to you. I just checked out your page there. It looked like you did some updates. You put some new family pictures up there. So I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad you're looking forward to seeing your family there. And anything else new with you? This is Greg, K6EGG, also live streaming on YouTube on Reflector 1 Charlie.
Everybody's probably watching football. Gaming Ham, I saw a question in there, and then it disappeared.
Okay, K6EGG, this is HR5BBD. I'm now looking at you via YouTube. You look great today. I always enjoy the classroom with you. I always support you, you know. You show me my family. Yeah, that's right. That's the picture I took several years ago. But I'm now entering my page with a new photo with my. I want to add a new photo. It was taken with my daughter-in-law, you know. They are making breakfast now. But I have to go to airport to pick up my daughter who's coming now. Okay, thank you very much, Greg. I'll stay safely, and you have a good evening, and enjoy the tour. Thank you. I'll catch you again. M6EGG, this is HR5BBD. I'll catch you again. 73. Bye-bye.
Take care, Ivan. Always great to hear you in there. HL5, Bravo Delta over there in South Korea. And once again, enjoy your family down there. You have a beautiful family. I was glad to share your photos, your family photos there. Take care once again. This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 1 Charlie, and also live streaming on YouTube.
What was that? Bengals won, huh? So it could be a Bengals 49ers or a Bengals Rams. I'm sure the guys here at LA would like the Rams. And the Rams would have home field. I wonder if they get to use their normal locker room. I wonder how that works out. Although, wasn't Tampa in there? Tampa played in their home field last year, I think. I will check the video out when I well, you know what? Maybe I'll bring it up right now. That Home Slice has got a TV in there. I don't know if he wants me to restream this or not, but that's a big fish right there, man. That's a big guy right there. Wow. Wow. So yeah, there's some ice fishing there in Minnesota. Wow. So yeah, there's some. Oop, I got my own audio in there. Sorry. I don't know why that's like that. Oh, I got to do this. Sorry about the video feedback.
Fish. I'm going to say... Bales open.
Are they going to eat it right now?
I'm going to say 52. Dinosaur. 52, holy crap. I'm going to say...
This is Mike 7, Tango, Foxtrot, Tango. Making a call to
alleviate some COVID isolation boredom.
Copy that. Mike 7 Tango Foxtrot Tango. This is Greg, K6EGG, also live streaming right now on YouTube. Good evening to you out there in the UK.
Excellent.
100% sure where you are, but good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, just a quick call. As I said, I'm currently isolated with COVID, struggling with voice, so I just wanted to make a quick call. I'm trying to get at least one in a day.
Excellent. Just to let you know, I'm in Southern California calling, about an hour east of downtown Los Angeles, or about a 20 or so 30-minute drive northeast from Disneyland.
Kilo 6 Golf. This is Mike 7 Tango Foxtrot Tango. Excellent. Nice part of the world. Always wanted to go to Disneyland. I've been to Paris, but never made it over to the US. But I'm just outside Oxford by one of the largest RAF bases, Royal Air Force Braz Norton in Oxfordshire. So, and also I keep it short, but thanks for coming back. And 7-3, catch you later. I'll try and find you on YouTube now.
Copy that. Feel free if you want to, talk to some people in the chat there on my YouTube page. Everybody's probably willing to chat. I know it sounds like you're in isolation there because of COVID. So hang in there. I hope you feel better, and glad to make contact with you over there from the UK here, from Southern California here in the United States. So take care of yourself. Feel free to say hi or try to call me on this reflector. I might be on here. Take care. M7TFT. This is Greg, K6EGG.
I think I've talked to him before because I remember his. He doesn't have much of a. Let me see here. It's been a couple weeks. He didn't have the ID 52, I don't think. But I remember that picture. How far are you away from that, Gaming Ham?
Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Echo Kilo, Orlando, Florida, listening.
This is Greg, K6EGG for K04FEK. I'm here in Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, how you doing tonight, KEG? Is that K6EGG? Yeah, it's probably as far as away as you can get from California here in Orlando, Florida.
Hey, I think there was just a rocket launch, or going to be a rocket launch tonight. Were you able to see that, or can you see it from where you're at there? I'm a big fan of NASA and stuff like that. I'll send it back over to you, Steve. K04FEK here. Yep, pretty far away from you here in Southern California.
I did not get to see the rocket launch today. However, from my house, it's actually a fairly common occurrence. I can walk out to my driveway, and probably about 10, 15 seconds after liftoff, I can certainly see it off to the east, weather permitting. K04FEK.
Copy that. Some people here in the chat watching the live stream said it got postponed, so maybe you get an opportunity tomorrow, the next day, depending on its window. Yeah, that would be great. I would love to live there to see those rocket launches. I live probably about 120 miles away from Vandenberg, and if they do a southwestern trajectory on their takeoff, I should be able to see it pretty decently, especially right after sunset. It leaves what they call the jellyfish look at it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see from Vandenberg. only the ones from either a SpaceX launch or a NASA launch from Kennedy can I observe. I have wanted to go down to South America and see those launches, or in Virginia and see those as well. But plenty of SpaceX activity here in Central Florida.
All right, now I have a second reason to move to Florida. I don't. You guys probably don't want any more California people living over there, but cool deal, man. It's nice to make a contact with you. There's something else I was going to ask you about it, but I've spaced on it about Orlando. I used to go there a little bit here and there. But anyways, thanks a lot for chatting with me and answering the questions. I'll see if you can make some more contacts here on the Reflector 1 Charlie. This is Greg, K6EGG, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf, also live streaming on YouTube.
Hey, what's up, M7TFT? Nice to see you in there.
Thank you,
I
Greg.
appreciate it.
K6EGG. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you're streaming on YouTube?
First off, I'm just kind of doing this for fun. I take the audio out of my radio, put it into my sound mixer. I also have a couple cameras in my ham shack, a.k.a. my office. One pointed at me and one pointed at my radio, so you can see my my Icom 9700 screen. And I also have a dashboard for my PiStar, and I also put the chat on the screen as well, so people can kind of interact with people directly. So that's kind of what I'm doing, just out here making some contacts. I also try to share some information, or I see people also sharing information inside the chat, as well as telling me on the radio how to, make an adjustment on my radio, because they can see it in real time. So just out here having fun making some contacts.
Do you have a dedicated channel that you do there? I actually have YouTube up on the computer now. Wouldn't mind taking a look to see what you're doing.
Sure. If you type my call letter, first off, you type my name, GREGG, Golf Romeo Echo Golf Golf, and then space my call sign, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. You should be able, that should be the first thing that pops up. And then if you know the YouTube, when you see my page pop up, the very first top, right by my picture or whatever, you'll see a live stream there. It should say live in the bottom right corner on the screen.
Hey, Clarence, nice to see you in there, buddy. KJ4
very,
CP.
very cool. All right, that's pretty. I'll definitely look out for you there. Yeah, definitely enjoyed chatting with you tonight. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Echo Kilo. I'll listen for you out there. You usually hang out in Reflector 1?
I'm kind of all over the place. I haven't been here lately too much. I was here the other day. I also go on Reflector 30 Charlie. I've been on Reflector XLX 299 Bravo, and I also have a Open Spot 3, so I can cross mode into America Link or any type of DMR channel. My home base that I like to talk on when I'm mobile and at home also is Reflector 12 Alpha, which is a repeater system here in Southern California that I usually use mobile. So I'm kind of all over the place. But what about yourself?
Take care, Gaming Ham. Thanks for thanks for jumping in there.
I have a 9700 as well, and I connect with Dozy, the Blue DV software guy. It's real easy to change reflectors, just about anything you want to pick up. Got to say, I enjoyed it. I also use a DV Mega Globetrotter when I'm hooking either through a PC, or I also have an Ambi server dongle, and a little bit of activity on HF.
Cool deal, man. I have not been able to get my terminal mode going on my 9700. One of these, I don't have a PC, and I don't really have a dedicated computer at the time I can use for it. So I haven't really tried it again lately. I've had a couple guys try to help me out with the terminal stuff on it, with Doozy and everything, but I don't understand the concept yet. I'm kind of not that good with stuff, as far as I'm just learning the digital world. I only got into it a couple months ago, but I'm sure I'll probably figure it out. And one of these days when I get my general, I would like to get back on HF, because that's where I kind of started with CB and making long distance contacts on the sideband, upper sideband frequencies of like channel 33 to 37, I think it was on.
I'm going to jump on it. If you go to if you just Google Blue DV for Windows and you go on your website, you'll see a tab for Dozy, D-O-O-Z-Y. Once you pick up the cable that plugs into any USB port on any computer, you can make that connection. I mean, I basically just followed the instructions, which probably took me less than running on terminal mode, and I've been enjoying the heck out of it. So something to look at. But won't keep you. I appreciate the QSO. K6EGG. This is K04FEK. We're just listening on the side.
Copy that, man. Great making the contact with you. Check out YouTube. Your visit. You were just on it right now. So take care again. This is great. K6EGG. I believe it was Steve, if I'm correct. Have a good night down there in Orlando, Florida.
I had to make an adjustment. I'm having, I don't know if there's an internet lag or what. I can't watch it in real time myself. So it's not you guys, it's on my side or a server issue. So that was Steve down there in Orlando, Florida. You know, sometimes it isn't a perfect stream, so I apologize. Got to remember this is all not new technology, but I'm using just a little computer and doing it out of my house. Not a big major production. Yeah, sometimes I saw it freeze up when I was talking to Steve there, and I just hit the stop stream and start. And sometimes that aligns everything again. I have to check and see if there's an update. So there might be something going on there. There's no update. Well, that's weird. I think I heard myself echoing there. Anybody there? Will down in Garden Grove. Oh, he was talking to homeboy the other day that was drunk. Yeah, that might be cheaper than buying a whole nother radio and everything. The M1 Max are super fast, but they some of the programs don't work on them right. So it's a little confusing with trying to get stuff to work. Like some stuff works better on my 2012 iMac, and some things like usually OBS has been, since I upgraded my Mac, it has really changed my stream. So gotta take the good with the bad, I guess. I'm getting hungry for hamburgers. I might be cooking some hamburgers here in a few minutes.
KI6N, listening, 1 Charlie.
KI6N, this is Greg, K6EGG. We're almost neighbors. I'm over in the city of Chino. I see that you're in Garden Grove, California.
He's like right there, right over the hill, and like another 20 minute drive.
Just want to say hi to you there, and I'll be clear and monitoring 73.
Copy that. 73's to you also. Thank you for the contact this afternoon for us here, about 20 till 4 p.m. Take care. This is Greg, K6EGG, also on YouTube.
This is W1ZFL. W1ZFL.
W1ZFL. This is Greg, K6EGG in Southern California.
I'm getting pretty close to 800 here now. How about that?
Hold on, babe. Yeah. Yeah. Did I lose you?
I'm not going to be one of those guys that, okay.
Yeah, W1ZFL, you had an open key there for a minute or so. Go ahead. This is great. K6EGG.
Yeah, I apologize about that. My bad. My wife called me about dinner. Quick question. How does this mic sound? It's a new mic, and I was just testing it out.
You sound really good, and it seems like you go by Aaron. And I also heard your wife in the background, so it's definitely working pretty good. You sound really full and rich.
I'm barbecuing hamburgers.
I really appreciate that. Are you using that dynamic mic that you have on yours, on your 9700?
Yes, I am. I had to give it a little more juice, meaning power, meaning audio power, dB volume. So I had to put a preamp on because the Icom 9700 is looking for a condenser microphone. Even though the stock microphone is actually a condenser microphone, so it's looking for more voltage audio-wise. But yes, I am using this RE20 Electro Voice RE20. Absolutely love this microphone.
Excellent. So yeah, I was just curious because when I'm trying to do mine, I am getting some ground feedback. So actually, what I had to do was use my RSBA1 to pipe it into my 9700, so I didn't get any feedback. And I was just curious if you had any feedback loop on yours.
How did you wire the multi-pin out of the radio yourself? Because if you did, I think you have to put a capacitor in there to lose the voltage, or you'll get back feedback from what I read online. I bought a Heil, I forget the name of the adapter that breaks out the XLR and the for the push to talk.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I got the Heil X1 XLR IC, cable, and then I had to go into, since I'm using a dynamic mic, I went into a let's call it a preamp to give this, and then that's where I started getting the feedback.
Just to give you a heads up, your key stayed open for a little bit. I don't know if it's sticky or not. That might be an impedance problem. It sounds like I'm not using the preamp itself for the radio. I actually use the preamp into a splitter. One feeds the back of the radio. One feeds the radio, and the other feeds the microphone, so I can get voltage from the preamp. So I'm actually bypassing the preamp, but I'm using the voltage for it to power this fathead on the back. That's what gives me the extra power. So you might be having an impedance problem. So it might be a line level out of your preamp, possibly. So it's getting a little too hot, maybe. Where do you have your gain setting at right now?
Well, like I said, that's why I'm being a little sticky on this transmit, is I was not able to get it to work. So what I did was I'm actually using the sound card of the Icom and just coming in through the USB and doing it that way, because my interface is also able to do USB out, if that makes sense.
And what model number microphone are you using again? I'm sorry.
I'm actually using the Shure 7B.
That's a very good microphone. That's almost what this is. They're very similar in sounding. I think that the SM7B has a little bit of a roll off on the lows and low mids. Yeah, and the voltage is almost the output level is almost exactly the same. They're almost the exact same microphone, same technology. I'll tell you what I'm doing to make it work, and I've gotten a lot of compliments. Once again, I have a preamp here. The output of the preamp is feeding. The input of the preamp. Let me take a step back and start from the beginning. I have an output of the microphone. I have a fathead, which is a preamp. They're about $100 on Amazon. That needs 48 volts. That will boost my level about 15 to 20 dB. Give it the power that it needs to push the preamp and the radio because it's set for condenser. I have this cable that's on the back of my radio going into a splitter. One side of the output of the splitter is going into the radio, and the other is going into a preamp, like a preamp for like a music type deal that has a 48 volt switch, which is called phantom power. That's boosting the level in the back of my preamp, and it's making everything still be mic level, but it will bring up the audio level without changing the impedance. Is the best way I can describe it.
Perhaps, maybe.
No, I get what you're saying. That's what I ran into too, because I actually didn't use the fathead. I got the cloud lifter, but to do that, I bought an actual preamp. So, or not a preamp. It's what do you call this thing?
You are right.
4 in, 4 out. It's a red box. It's dark here. Sorry, I can't see it very well. But regardless, I think that's where the issue is, because it gets power from my PC. And maybe there's something going on there. Anyway, I just got it going today, and I'm just trying to work out the bugs.
I work in the audio field. I brought a fathead home from work. I'm sorry, a cloud lifter home from work, and that got so much RFI into it, I couldn't talk. I had to turn the mic gain input down on my radio, so that might be part of the problem. The impedance is different on those cloud lifters than the fatheads.
Yeah, I worked in reverse, and hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you the model number so that I keep quit guessing about this thing.
And by the way, you're down the right path to make your audio sound really good there. That SM7B, man, it's a nice, really nice microphone. You figured that out with the level meaning, the level with the preamp and stuff like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it took a lot of fiddling, but so what I got is the Focusrite Scarlett 4 in, 4 out, and so it goes Shure SM7B cloud lifter into the front XLR jack, and then out of the back I go from a quarter jack to XLR into the front of the 7300. Anytime that I plug the quarter-inch jack into the Focusrite with the mic disconnected, everything disconnected, and as soon as I hit PTT, that's when I get this little low-line feedback loop.
Okay. Look on the front of that Scarlett there, because I have the 2-channel version. There should be a monitor, a direct monitor on-off switch. Have that switch to the left off. See if that helps.
Well, mine's just a dial. I mean, you say just turn that dial all the way to the left and just keep it off?
So, let me see here again. What model of Focusrite is that? Because it might be in a different place on yours. Because I have the 2-channel version. I think you said you had a 4-channel version.
I got the 4-channel version, 3rd gen.
So it's Focusrite. What is it? A 2x4 or 2x2?
4 in, 4 out.
Oh yeah, that's different than mine. There is a way to fix that. Holy moly. Let me figure it out. Here, hold on.
I appreciate you helping me. I didn't mean to take up your whole time, but maybe somebody else will learn from this.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm doing the stream here too. I don't know if you're watching a live stream too. I'm trying to figure out because I have another switch that says monitor on off, so I'm trying to figure out where that is on yours. I don't know if it's on the back or I don't know if you have that option.
All right, I got it hooked up. I think this will work. Change the settings in the PC.
But I would highly suggest you buying a Whirlwind splitter and feeding the radio that way, and not feed the output of the Scarlett. Number one, the output is different impedance than your input on your radio. The other thing, it could be sending the signal back through itself.
Copy that, man.
I'm sorry, you called that
Paradise.
a Whirlwind splitter?
Yeah, so Whirlwind XLR splitter, one in, two out.
Thank you for watching Paradise, Pete. I really appreciate it.
Okay, did that just come across?
Negative, negative, negative. And anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe
is this
button.
coming across? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, and you sound good.
What's up, Chris?
Okay, that is crazy. So now I have it directly hooked up, just like we talking. I just turned that knob all the way to the left, and it doesn't seem to be feeding back.
Yeah, because you turn your monitor down. But then you won't hear anything. If you use an output of that Focusrite, you won't hear anything coming out of that, what's it called? That audio card there.
Okay, just to clarify, what I did was I took and hooked everything back up, and now I'm using the PTT switch, and it's mic, cloud lifter, Focusrite, then now it's coming out, going through the PTT switch into the front of the radio, and I don't get the feedback. That's crazy.
See, I have on mine, I have a switch for monitor, so I guess you have the knob. So I bet if you turned it back to the right, it would turn the monitor back on and you'd hear the feedback. So give it a try and see if we hear feedback on our side.
All right, testing now. Testing 1, 2, 3.
We don't hear feedback, but you might there, though.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's dead silent now. Hey, I'm not complaining.
It's fixed. And real quick, where do you have your gain, your mic input setting on your radio? Right now, I have mine, I believe, at 30% on my Icom 9700.
So he's basically doing the same thing I'm doing with a different microphone. I lost you there, Aaron.
I lost you on that last transmission.
He does sound good. He does sound excellent. Those mics sound different. I knew something was different.
Trying to do three things at once. I'm at 40% on the mic gain.
Well, I would say that sounds pretty good right there. I wouldn't touch it. Even people watching on the stream says you sound pretty good. And I'm not hearing a lot of echo background noise or anything like that. Those mics are very good microphones. Very good near field microphones. Dynamic.
Solid in East Tennessee.
Well, excellent. Well, I've taken up a lot of the reflector time, and I appreciate your help, and I keep watching you. I thought to jump in and say hi, and I saw the mic and the timing, and I really appreciate the help. Thank you.
No problem, man. Anything to help anybody sound better here. Good to hear you in there, too, by the way.
It's nice that somebody cares about their audio output, too.
All right, I'm going to leave it with that. I really appreciate the help. Have a good night. 73. W1ZFL clear.
Copy that, Aaron. And thank you for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you can.
What's up, Daryl? Nice to see you in there. On an open spot. So we're on, and somebody's hearing us in Tennessee. So what we were doing there...
K6EGG.
I'll tell you just a second, because I'm going to take off.
Bernie in Boston.
Bernie in Boston.
Bernie in Boston, how you doing today? I hope you're thawing out from that storm you just had.
Check out that shack there. Looks like he has a 5100.
Well, we got 26 inches here. It still happens to be very, very cold. Oh, that's an old picture, too, by the way. Reminds me, I got to upgrade my QRZ page. That's old. But yeah, no, we're going out and we're dug out and everything else. My question to you is, I'll make it quick and simple. How do you consider my audio quality right now? I am also running a 9700, and I'm running the stock, well, not stock, but the aftermarket. The Icom SM50 microphone. How do you consider that?
I have some digital swirling, but I don't think it's from your mic. You might want to maybe bring down your gain a little bit. I'm hearing a little bit of room echo, but other than that, you sound nice and clear.
I got to say, Aaron sounded really good. Those microphones are good microphones.
All right, roger that. We were running at 50%, 50. Dropped down to 25%, 25. Any improvement?
Yeah, you're about the same level, but I'm not hearing a bunch of background noise. Other than like maybe your high's a little too high. I think you sound okay. You're definitely readable. I wouldn't say I wouldn't complain about it at all. I wouldn't notice anything different. Sound pretty good.
I don't want to be too critical with him.
All right.
You could roll off some highs a little bit.
Input. I am just moved into a new place, so there's nothing hung on the walls. Just in my shack here with 4 bare walls. So I'm sure once I get things up on the walls and get some more stuff
see, I put up sound deadening.
Will disappear because it even echoes in my own ears. So,
yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. And K6EGG. This will be KC1MSN.
See, his room might be doing that too.
Copy that. KC1MSN. This is Greg, K6EGG.
His room noise might change that because he's probably echoing back in the room. So once he puts stuff up, it will change the EQ in his radio.
K6EGG, KJ4CPA.
Oh, Clarence is in there.
Hey, Clarence, KJ4CPA. This is Greg, K6EGG. Also live streaming on YouTube.
About ready to make some hamburgers, and I'll get to you in a second when I was talking about Aaron.
When I saw your call sign, I ran out and you're on my tablet and watch you in YouTube and you're there. I keep always, looking your live streaming, but probably you're off the air. But I could not see your call sign in 01C. But actually,
Could be. He sounds all right. He's readable.
Always 01C, so that's why when I saw your call sign, oh, that's my friend. Let me go to the YouTube, and I got you there, buddy.
Copy that. Thank you for watching and stuff like that. It's fun to do and fun to make contacts with people. Was just helping out somebody. He hooked in a dynamic microphone, which sounded really good on my end, really smooth sounding. The two people before, or a person before him actually, but just having fun out here. Just about ready to cook some dinner here. So I'm going to probably take off. This is Greg, K6EGG.
So I want to tell you guys about how the mic set up.
K6EGG, KJ4CPA. I just want to ask you, Greg, a quick question.
Sure.
The microphone that you're using right now, which is the high-end microphone, which is the boom mic, is that compatible for C4 FM digital radios, or it's only for DStar TSL?
I'm actually using a Electro Voice RE20. It's made for broadcast audio. It's not made for ham radio at all. I adapted it via settings and audio level to make it work on digital. So it's not a Heil. It's an Electro Voice RE20.
Yes, so what's that again? Electro Voice, what's that? What's the model number, Greg?
An Electro Voice RE20, Romeo Echo 20.
Yes, I'll copy of that. So, where did you bought it? Did you bought it in HRO, gigaparts, or I don't know where did you bought it? Greg.
I've had this. Sorry about that. I've had this mic about 21 years. I kind of acquired it, so to speak. It's not. You wouldn't normally find it at a ham radio shop like HRO or anything like that. It's a broadcast type of microphone, so you would find it. You can actually find one on Amazon now. They are fantastic microphones. SAR Andy. I really like them. They sound really good. They make your voice sound natural without changing any EQ or too much gain settings at all. I
have zero EQ on my stream right now.
Greg, well, sounds very nice, and I like your setup. So it's Electro Voice R20. So definitely, it's compatible to C4 FM, like DStar. It's digital, and C4 FM is digital. Do you have any preamp for that, or do you have a sound card for that, Greg?
I was actually was just explaining it to Aaron. He was on a few minutes ago. I do have a preamp, but I'm using it to power the microphone. The back of the microphone, I added a preamp, which needs voltage. Then I also, what's it called? I also have a splitter. It's kind of convoluted how you got it set up, because the microphone input for the Icom 9700, you need a condenser microphone, which is a higher level microphone compared to this dynamic microphone that I'm holding right now in my hand. So you need to get the level of the volume up to match what the radio is looking for. So I needed to add the preamp on the back, and it needs power. So it was kind of convoluted, but yes, it does work with it. You can make it work. It just takes a little bit of finagling, so to speak.
Yeah, I can't make it real time because of the packets.
Thank you very much, Greg, for the info. I just want to try also, and it's good that, I see your what they call this, your microphone, and I just want to refer you to my to my Geek Squad on our link in the Philippine League on C4
Yep.
FM. Anyway, thank you very much, Greg, and nice seeing you in YouTube, your YouTube channel. And I just watched your call sign in 01 City, and I tuned to your YouTube channel. 73 to you, Greg, and nice talking to you. And I'm just watching you and hearing you here in 01 City. Hope to catch you later one of these days. 73, back to you, Greg. K6EGG, KJ4 City, Miami, Florida.
Copy that in Miami, Florida.
Real quick, one of these days, I'm going to make a video exactly. I keep on putting it off. I'm not very good at producing videos. I'd rather just do it live and talk about it. But I'm going to need to make a video on exactly how my chain of audio is for this microphone, because I get that asked about once a week. How do I make this mic work, and how do I make it sound good? Because people try to plug it in, it's super low level. It doesn't sound as good. So I'll try to make a video one of these days, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But it's nice hearing you again. I'm going to take a standby on Reflector 30 Charlie, so everybody take care on Reflector 30 Charlie. I'm going to stream here for another minute or two. So take care. This is great. K6EGG for KJ4 CPA out there in Miami.
All right, so let me explain what I was helping Aaron with.
Greg, when you make a video for that, just post it to your YouTube
I
channel,
definitely will.
the link, and I'm going to check it out and see what it is. Okay, Greg, so thank you very much. 73, I'll be here on standby. K6EGG, KJ4.
And I'm going to sign off of
Miami,
30
Florida,
Charlie.
standby.
Or sorry, 1 Charlie here. So I hope anybody doesn't call me back. I'm sorry. I'm signing off from the Charlie. So, yeah, first off, anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Much will be appreciated. I know it sounds convoluted. I'm going to kind of explain it a little better because I don't like to talk on the radio that much because sometimes things get a little lost. So this microphone right here is a dynamic microphone. There's a difference between a dynamic microphone and a condenser microphone. Number one, the condenser microphone, you don't want to be on top of it because the element is made to pick up more room noise, so the audio level is a lot hotter. The coil inside of it is longer as well. With the coil, with the dynamic microphones and hypercardioid microphones, the coil inside is wound really tight and close and wide and close together. With the condenser microphone, it's spread out a little more. The conductance on it is a little bit different, so it will send a different audio signal through it. So that's the other part of the microphone is with this type of dynamic microphone. This is a cardioid. The outside of this grill right here, which you don't really hear when I rub across it, to make it dynamic and to make it suck in basically everything from here. This part of the microphone right here, this grill right here, it's actually a microphone too, but it's out of phase with the front of the microphone. So when that does that, so it knocks out, when it being out of phase, meaning it's off axis from whatever audio signals that's in the front of it. So it knocks out anything that's on the side of it. So I can rub my hand back here, which is the same distance away next to the microphone, and I can rub it right here, and you can hear that. And I'm on the same distance away, and it's still grill here. It's still microphone on the side. So that's part of the dynamic microphone. They also have shotgun microphones that are condenser that do that. You see them long. Usually the longer the microphone, the longer the reach of the signal will get into the head of the microphone. Now with the dynamic part, with being like that, it brings out a lower level. So with a lower level, you need it amplified. The microphone input for the Icom 9700, and I don't want to misquote, it's like the voltage on it is different than what the voltage puts out on this. This is like, I forget the actual number, but it's like 2 times less than what it should, the radio is looking for. So you go into dB, so I need basically between 6 and 18 dB of gain or whatever to make it correct. So I can have enough gain structure to move around with the microphone input for the radio. So this thing here on the back, which is a fathead, which you can't see, now you can't see, I believe it's 15 dB a gain at 80% mic gain. So there's a kind of a formula to that. I don't want to get too much into the science of it. Basically, this microphone level gets boosted from that thing down below, which the radio, the Icom 9700, is looking for the higher level, and everything's matched. When you have like a line level output and you're plugging it into a mic level input, the impedance is wrong and it's a higher level. So you can turn down the level, but the impedance is still different. It will also cause, when you get that, you change something from mic to line, not only changing the levels, but changing impedance is also important because you'll get a lot of background static and stuff like that. So this is kind of a way to change the audio level without going in and out of a preamp and then knocking it back down to mic level and changing the impedance back. And the way I get around that is with a splitter, I take a splitter and put it in. So goes to the input of the splitter. The one output, the direct out of the splitter goes into my Avalon preamp, which I'll show right here. It's a pretty good preamp there. Avalon 737. Totally overkill for what I'm doing on this. Whoops, sorry about that. God, I can't hit any buttons today right. Totally overkill for what I'm doing. I have the 48 volts on that, which is made to feed a condenser microphone. So that back feeds the power into this preamp. It brings the level of the microphone signal coming out of this that's going into this cable back down in a splitter, a higher level. It's making this basically like a condenser microphone. It's changing its level basically. It's making it's like a cheap way to make a condenser microphone, which is the same thing. He mentioned Cloud Lifter, very good unit. Gets a lot on RFI in there, just to let you know, but it sounds really good. It's actually a little cleaner than these. So let me go back another step. We'll go back into the splitter. So one feeds the Avalon. The input of the splitter feeds from the output of the microphone. I take the isolated out, which I'll show you a picture of the mic splitter. Whirlwind mic splitter. It has two different outputs. Let me see if I can get some good pictures of it. And I'm not trying to sell this thing. This is a great picture of it. So this comes from my microphone here. You also want it lifted because your radio is usually grounded. So you take the direct out. This one has 3 outputs. You take the direct out, and that direct out goes into the Avalon. You take the isolated out, or 1 or 2, and then you feed the radio, which I have a Heil push-to-talk switch XLR combo adapter. That will feed everything. That will basically make this microphone act exactly the same as the, what's it called? Oops. Sorry about that. My wife was texting me. What's it called? So that will enhance the microphone and make it sound a lot better into your radio. 1 second here. My wife wants to have dinner. I'm sorry. I'm being daddy right now. I also do have family life. So that's kind of the way the chain I have. Everything's set up. So I hope that kind of explains it. And I'm sorry for the delay. That has something I don't have any control after it leaves my house. I have on the ultra short delay, most as possible, but sometimes things get clogged up when the internet's busy, either from the server that I'm at connected to, or the server who anybody else is connected to, plus your ISP. So anyways, I'm going to be back here in a couple hours doing another live feed. I'm going to cook some hamburgers outside. It's starting to get dark, so I better get to it. This is Greg, K6EGG. Once again, anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll be back.